Okay, this is reading a button press modified by Luke Walkma. And so we start here with describing what the program does. So basically what it does is you press the button, and every time you press the button, a different light will come on, and then they'll all turn off the end. Or if you hold it down, the lights will just keep coming on and on and on. Because it is a momentary contact switch, so if you hold it down for longer than the delay, which is about a quarter of a second, 250 milliseconds, then it will just keep shuffling through the colors. So here we have 100 ohm resistors connecting to the LEDs, and they are load resistors, and they resist the flow of electricity coming through, so we don't damage the parts of the circuit. And this is our momentary contact switch here. And so we have all the LEDs going to the different ports, starting from the red LED, going all the way from the blue to the RGB. It goes from 9 all the way through 4, and the wires actually match each LED. And the purple cable is actually the input for the momentary contact switch. As well, we also have power right here. It's 3.3 volts, and we have the black cable going to ground. And so each of these brown cables are also ground, so the power will pass through the jumper and through the LED and go back to ground. The same for the yellow, the green, and the RGB passes through the one brown ground right here. So here is the code. We start off by setting all of the pins as constant ints so they do not change. Then we set a counter. Then down here we'll set the serial print. We'll begin it. Then here we have the button input as well as all of the pin outputs. Start down here. We set the button state as an int, and then we make the digital read the button. So when we read the button, we can tell if it's low or high. So when it reads the button pin, we can tell if the button state is in low or high, and then if it is in low, then we add a 1 to the counter, and there is a delay, which means that when we press the button, the delay is 2.5 seconds. 2.25 seconds. The amount of time we press the button for, and then it adds 1 to the counter. And so down here, if the counter is 0, which is if no buttons are pressed, all the LEDs are off as it prints. If the button's pressed once, the red LED will turn on, and then if the button's pressed twice, yellow LED will turn on. If the button's pressed 3 times, the green LED will turn on, and then we shut all of those LEDs off and we start the RGBs. So red RGB will turn on here if their count is 4, which is 4 button presses. Then if the count is 5, it will be a green one. Then if the counter is 6, then the blue RGB will turn on. And then if it is 7, then that means that the counter will equal 0, and it will enter back into the if counter equals 0 loop, and all the LEDs will turn off. So here is the serial monitor, and right now it prints all LEDs are off. As it shows, all LEDs are off. Now we'll press the button. Now the red LED is on. It will print that. The red LED is on. Then we'll print yellow LED is on, and we'll just shuffle through them real quick. Green LED, red RGB LED, which is that one, green RGB LED, and blue RGB LED is on.